Hey, what's up everybody? That's not how I start my videos. I've been sitting here scrolling through TikTok for the last hour. Hey guys, it's Judy here with my life as Kikay, and welcome to today's video. As you can see by the title, it's going to be a chatty get ready with me video. We've got a lot to talk about and this face clearly needs some makeup, so let's just get straight into it. Usually I start these videos with a bit of skincare already on because I don't want this video to be too long. But you know what? I haven't done a chatty get ready with me video for a little while now. And we've got a few things to talk about, a few things to update you about. So I decided to include the skincare routine part in this video. And hopefully this video is not too long. And if it is, going in with some Good Molecules Niacinamide Brightening Toner. Hey guys, so welcome, hi. I think the last update I did was like January or something, I think. And I was very vague about a few things in that video because there were a lot of things happening in my life. Some things that needed to settle down first, things that I needed to give time to settle down and not prematurely blurt it out to the world, because there are some things in everyone's personal life that you don't need to show on the internet. I'm trying to figure out which skincare to use, and I've used all of my Good Molecules Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I think I have a backup of that somewhere. Yes, I do. Thank you, Good Molecules. Anyway, so if you guys follow me on Instagram, then you will know, and haven't actually vocalized this on my YouTube channel yet, but you will know that my husband and I are back together. If you followed me through my journey of 2019, you will know that it was a time of life that was very trying, very painful, very character growing. If anything, it's made me into a better person because I used all the experiences of 2019 to mold me and shape me and to grow. Unfortunately, you don't grow unless something is hurting. You can use that pain in a negative way, or you can use that pain in a positive way, and I like to think that I used that internal pain, emotional pain, in a positive way. By the way, my hands are clean. I did wash my hands before I started this video. When I apply my skincare, I always use my hands, and my hands are clean. I promise. Don't at me in the comments. Back to what I was saying. So, long story short, my husband and I are back together. I don't want to go into too much details to protect his privacy, our privacy. There was a lot of turmoil going on in 2019, and by the end of 2019 we were talking. Long story short, my husband became a Christian, and I feel, for me personally, that's made the 200% difference in our relationship. A lot of people might say, oh look, you guys were meant for each other, you were going to, you know, find your way back to each other eventually. But you know what, honestly, I don't think we would have. Having faith in his life made all the difference. So there's so much more peace now, so much more forgiveness and grace for each other in our relationship. And I'm not saying that our marriage is perfect now. There is no perfect marriage, but at least now we're actually on the same page. We are on the same page with life. We're on the same page with our marriage. We're on the same page about having a family. We're on the same page about our faith. We're on the same page about how we want to raise our family, and that in itself is a good start. I think before there was just so many things to navigate through, and there were just so many things that we weren't on the same page about, and starting out your life together in that way is it's not a great way. Some people can make it through, and you know, kudos to those people. For us, we couldn't figure it out, and then that's what caused the separation. Throughout the separation, pain caused learning for both of us separately, and then separately we figured out what was wrong, and God brought us back together. That's the very long story short. So, long story short, my husband and I are back together. He has since moved in with me in this house that I bought last year, and we are in the midst of renovations. I'm going to start putting makeup on while I'm talking. Again, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I have a day-to-day life, almost day-to-day life update on Instagram. And so you guys already have a little bit of an idea what's going on there. But because I do now just upload one video a week, it's not that easy to update what's going on here on YouTube. Plus, you know, my channel isn't really about my life. It's about makeup, I guess, even though my... even though my channel name is Life as Kikay, but you know what I mean. I'm sorry guys, I haven't filmed a video in a little while, and I'm a little bit lost and a little bit all over the place. That's why I have my notes here. I need notes to keep me on track, to remind me what I'm even talking about. I don't even know what eyeshadow palette I'm using today. Gosh, I'm a mess. I kind of want to experiment a little bit with the Juvia's Place Berries palette. I haven't made a dedicated video to this one yet, but I will. But I want to have a little play with it first before I create that video. So, where was I? If you guys can't tell, I am a little bit sick. I've been spending this week recovering at home. I have not gone out and contaminated anybody, I promise. I got sent home from work because I was feeling a little bit unwell. Actually, a lot of bit unwell. Anyway, where was I? Okay, so my husband is now living back with me. We have finally settled down together in this house that I bought, and we are undergoing some renovations together. So Nick just, you know, got in there and started getting it done. When Nick moved in, he started painting the walls, ripping up skirting. I've been able to help a little bit, but I'm not as hands-on with the renovation as Nick is. And so I'm very, very thankful for him that in our relationship, he's come in and he's taken a very active role in creating my house, our home. And I'm very thankful for that because, like, honestly, when I look around and see everything that needs to be done with this house renovation, I'm just thankful to have him and that he's here to do it with me and that we can do it together. And, you know, slowly and surely, we are making this house our home and it is coming together. I am going to do a updated house tour for you guys once everything is finished, but at the moment everything is just a really big mess and I don't really want to film that because really at the moment it's just a source of stress for me and I don't really want to film it because that's just another thing on top of everything else that I've got to do and keep up with in my life. But having said all that, I am planning on filming the entire process of updating this filming room, this beauty room, because that's kind of the room that matters. And then I'll just do an updated house tour later on once everything is settled down and redecorated and back in place and looking pretty. Although with the kitchen and bathroom, I don't think we'll be doing that one straight away. Those are the two areas that I think are going to take a little bit more time and money to do, so we might just leave those two areas until later on when we know exactly what we want to do with them. But right now we are just painting the walls and updating the floors and making everything look a little bit more pretty and less 80s. So yeah, it's all happening. So on top of that, after Nick moved in with me and we went to Queensland together, and then when we got back, we got a dog. I think I did mention this in my last video, but his name is Coda and he's a really beautiful dog, and I'm not gonna go all into it because I did mention him in my last Chatty Get Ready With Me video, but Coda has been such a source of joy for the both of us. It's kind of like our little family is starting and it's really, really sweet as well, just to see the way that Nick interacts with Coda and just like takes care of him. Nick is Coda's like soul carer. I was like, no, like, he's your pet. I'll be there to like pat him every once in a while and give him a bath. I enjoy spending time with Coda, but Nick's more of an animal person than I am, so I'm happy to just let him be the sole parent. Don't come at me again, please, in the comments. I'm not a huge animal person, but I do love Coda. He is a very, very sweet dog. And I will give him a bath when necessary. I did not see myself doing that several months ago. I could not see myself caring for a dog in that way because I'm just not huge on animals. But here I am. I surprise myself every single day. Me with a dog? What? Did not see that happening, and yet I did not see a lot of things happening that are happening. So on top of that, the kind of like new transition into our lives now is that Nick and I have been going to church regularly every Sunday, and that's been really good for us because it's been a very big source of encouragement to us in our lives, and encouragement like making our faith stronger. We go to a small group every Tuesday, which is kind of like other people ask me what is a small group, and I don't want to say Bible study because like people are like Bible study. But no, it's kind of like, the way I explain it, it's kind of like AA for Christians. I can't really think of any other way to explain it. It's a place where we come together, we do life together, we care about each other, we have a chat where if anyone needs anything, we say on there, hey, can anybody help me out with this? It's kind of like a group of people that you just do life together with, and they're so supportive and so helpful and encouraging, and Nick and I are really, really grateful to have them in our lives. Nick's getting more involved with the theater group that our church runs for the community kids and the kids from the church. It's a very, very big theater group, and their production level is like like top-notch, professional. It is so incredibly huge, this production group. I went and saw Les Mis last year that they put on, and you forget that the people acting are kids. Man, the way that they act and sing and just phenomenal. Amazing. Anyway, Nick's becoming more involved with that group because Nick is a dancer. He has been involved in theater, and so it's naturally geared towards his creative side. For me, on the other hand, I don't know exactly where I fit yet. I think I'm still trying to figure all of that out because I work a 40-hour plus job every week, and by the end of it I'm really exhausted. So I'm not trying to make excuses like to not get involved in the church, but I'm still trying to figure out where I fit in all of that when it comes to serving. And that's my journey. That's okay. It's still early days. I want to serve, still trying to figure out where and how I fit in there in that space, and that's okay. You know, I can't rush this journey, but the main thing is that the desire is there. So that's just a little bit of an update in that area. I don't know if you guys are even interested in all that. Like, that's just where Nick and I are at the moment. It's really crazy because we did not see ourselves coming back together this time last year. We were done. Like, we were done. I just didn't see us coming back together unless changes were made. And the thing is, changes were made, and here we are. For me, ultimately, I put it down to everything that God has done in our lives. I always feel so thankful and grateful to know that He has not forsaken us or left us alone in life. He was always there. He was always working through all of it. And I know some of you guys might not completely understand, and that's okay. This is just how I'm feeling about our journey at the moment. I just want to say how incredibly thankful I am for the way that life is turning out. It hasn't been all fun. In fact, a lot of it has been really, really painful, and yet at the same time, I've remained positive through it to know that it was all going to work out, because I never really lost my faith in God that He was looking after me. He's always been looking out for me, and even though when I haven't really listened to His voice in my life, here He is. Here He is. He's working. He's doing things. Okay, let's move past that. I'm going to very quickly touch on what's going on in our world at the moment. You all already know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about. Now, this stuff is crazy, man. This stuff is crazy. I have never seen anything this phenomenally insane, rocking the world. Like, collectively, everywhere on social media, everyone is talking about it. Like, literally, every country is talking about how is affecting their world. It's worldwide, guys. Like, and I'm sure you already know this. Every time I go to the supermarket, the shelves are empty. I wasn't buying into all the panic. I was not panic buying in the beginning because, like, I'm just like, you know, this is another thing that'll pass. And now, I'm not saying that I'm going to panic buy, but honestly, if I go to the shops and I see anything on the shelves, I'm gonna buy it, because now I've come to a point where I look in my pantry and there's nothing there for me to cook. I went to Aldi the other day trying to look for something to cook because didn't have any food in the house because I wasn't panic buying, and all I could find were bacon and veggie. Like, I mean, you can make plenty of things with bacon and veggies. I made a really nice chunky bacon and vegetable soup. It was delicious. But what I'm saying is, this world we live in is so incredibly selfish now. Every man for himself. At this point, because we are part of a very large church family and everyone is very caring, I know if we call out for help, there will be someone there offering it to us. But what I'm saying is, like, what about those people who are alone? What about those people who don't have the support network of people who will be there for them in a time of need? What about those people? What about the elderly? And you know, this is all stuff that's already been said on social media, so I'm not going to go into it anymore again, but I'm just expressing my concern at the way that the world is going at the moment. In the movies, they show clips of apocalyptic aftermath where the shopping centers, the shelves are empty, there's stuff strewn everywhere, the lights are hanging down broken, there's sparks of electricity. It's not even like that. The shelves are literally empty. There's nothing there. Nothing. In everyone's local supermarket, I see people posting on social media, their local supermarket is empty, the shelves are empty. I'm so thankful, actually, that how Australia is dealing with it. We are getting ahead of this time of crisis. They're shutting down a lot of things. The really big Easter parade that our town has every single year is being cancelled for this year. There have been a couple festivals that have been cancelled for this year. I know a friend who has postponed their wedding because of it, and it's huge, guys. It's big, it's serious, and it's rocking our world at the moment. And what I'm thinking is, like, I'm not distressed about it, and I'm wondering if maybe I should be. But at the same time, I know that this pandemic hasn't taken my God by surprise. I'm not being not proactive about it because it's like, oh, you know, God will take care of us. No, it's not like that. We're being proactive about it. Church has been canceled now for the indefinite future. They're going to be live streaming the messages so people still get their Sunday fix. Not Sunday fix. That's not the right way to put it. How do you put it? They're still going to be live streaming the service so that people can watch it from their homes. And I think that's fantastic. On top of that, there is still the usual flu. Last year, it was the flu that was going around. The flu was really bad last year. This year, I've got the flu. I don't know if you guys can tell. I've been unwell. My voice is kind of crackly and I'm kind of losing my train of thought very quickly, as you guys can probably tell already from this video. I've been speaking for like 30 minutes to camera and I don't even know what I've been saying. I've been unwell. So that kind of transitions me into the next thing that I want to talk about, and that is self-care. Self-care. I'm not good at it, guys. I'm really not good at it. I know I talk about it a lot. Anybody in my personal life will know that I talk about self-care a lot. And I always like to my friends, oh, take care of yourself, look after yourself. You know, it's important to be healthy. Look after yourself. If you're tired, then you rest. Maybe I should take that advice once in a while. Because what happened was, since the beginning of this year, well, actually since Christmas last year, it's been go. On top of last year, I was high stress. I was very emotionally not pressured. I was emotionally drained last year. And then towards the end of the year, I was very mentally drained because Christmas and all that. While we're at it, canceling everything this year, can we cancel Christmas too, please? Can we cancel Christmas this year as well, please? Thank you. Thank you. I would appreciate that. Because Christmas last year, tell you what, it was busy, guys. It drained every ounce of energy from my absolute soul. And then after a day, a 16.5-hour work day, I slept for 2 hours and then flew up to Queensland. And then following that week, it was a good week. Like, it was a good holiday, don't get me wrong. But then following that week, I was really tired. And then we got home and then we got into renovating the house, and then it still hasn't stopped. And then 3 months later, here I am. I'm sick. I'm run down. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. And I'm not complaining because I did this to myself. So I've been on the go, non-stop, work, home, church, renovations, YouTube, Coda, family, friends, everything. It just adds up and it adds up and it adds up. And eventually I got sick. I learned that if you're tired, just stop. Just stop. Take a breath, take a rest. It's okay to say no to social engagements. It's okay to cancel things. It's okay to take a sick day off work. That's not usually been my mantra, because for me it's like go. Keep going. You can always do more. You can always do more. Look, I've got 4 hours left in the day. Let's fill them. Let's make them productive. Like, don't get me wrong. I love a productive day. Nothing makes me happier than a really full day of getting things done. But sometimes just gotta stop, take a breath, lay in bed, read a book, watch some Netflix, take a breath, and don't feel guilty about it. And this isn't me preaching at you. This is me preaching at myself. This is me trying to tell myself that it's okay to rest. Because honestly, the last few days before filming this video, I have been in bed doing nothing, scrolling through TikTok, probably. Go follow me on TikTok, by the way. I make a few cringe-worthy TikTok videos, you know. I think because all my life I have been working so hard. Ever since I was a kid, I knew that if I wanted something to happen, I had to legit go and do it myself. If you want something done, do it yourself. Isn't that what they say? And so that's always been my mindset. If you want something done, do it yourself. And so since I was a kid or a teenager growing to early adulthood, if I wanted something, I had to work for it. And so I would work for it and work 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 and work. And it has happened a couple times before where I've gotten sick because I haven't stopped working. You'd think I would have learned my lesson by now, but I haven't. But I think now that I'm closer to 30 than I ever have been before, it's finally getting into my thick head that it's okay to take a rest. It's okay to take a breath. Filming this video for me is still kind of like work, but at the same time it's just more relaxing for me. I need to also take a breath even while I'm filming YouTube videos, because I'm like, I need to churn them out. I need to batch film videos. Like, I need to change my mindset about this whole thing too, because I'm gonna burn myself out even more if I keep on doing that. I'm not sure how I feel about this eye look. It's just looking very, very boring. It's just looking very, very pink. I'm gonna take some of the Juvia's Place highlighter and put that in the center of my lid. That's it. That's my little update about me. I got sick because I worked myself to the bone. And while I know my job is very, very physically demanding, that's still no excuse. Like, my job is my job. Try to prioritize it because it's what pays the bills. But I feel like I need to be better about resting after it as well, and just stressing less about it and being okay to ask instead of proving that I can do it all myself. Because yeah, maybe sure I can do it all myself, but it's not healthy and it's not sustainable. That's another thing. Update, I've got some people that I'm training up to do what I do at my job. So that's good. I'm not the only one doing what I'm doing, because that's just a lot for one person. I need to be able to share that load around with other people. And like, for example, this week, I'm home, I'm sick. I really need to be at work, but I'm not. Because I'm sick and my boss said I need to be 100% better before I get back to work. And so yeah, it's in times like this where I'm glad I have been able to train at least a few people a little bit of what I do at work, so maybe they can get by without me. I mean, no one's indispensable, right? No one's indispensable. There's always going to be someone else who can fill in what you've been doing, or at least do their own version of it. It mightn't be exactly what I've been doing, but it might still be good, just a good different. Anyway, I went on a whole tangent there. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I think I'm going delirious. It's really hot in this room and I've got a little bit of a headache. I need to take a breath. Give me a break. I need to take a break. Whew. Okay, I'm back. I just needed to take a breath. I was feeling a little bit breathless. So, you know what, guys? If you're watching this and you're feeling tired, you're feeling burnt out, there's just a lot of things going on in your life, please don't burn yourself out. Do yourself a favor. Take a day. You might need to take a day off. On your day off, take a breath, sit down, chill, rest. And this is for future me too. If future me ever watches my old videos, which I never do, but if I do, take a breath, take a rest. It's okay. Some people take pride in always being busy, and that's good, I guess. Some people don't like to be seen as lazy at all. They don't want to even give the slightest hint of being lazy. I know I'm not lazy, but you know what? I'm gonna take a damn rest if I need it now. I've learned my lesson. The other week I had a panic attack at work, and he's like, well, you know what? It's because he was very sympathetic. He's like, because you haven't stopped. And I was like, yeah, I know. I will. Eventually, I will. And then I got sick, and God was like, you know what? You will take a rest. So here I am. I've been home for the last 3 days trying to recover. And today is the first day I've actually felt well enough to actually film. And I'm still not 100%. But you know what? I'll get there. I'll get there. I promise. I want to get back to work. Anyway, so as I mentioned before, I'm on TikTok. I'm not young and trendy and patient enough like all those young kids who seem to have all the time in the world to create TikTok videos. I don't. Like I said before, I have a lot of other things going on in my life that I'm trying to juggle, and trying to keep up with TikTok on top of that, I'm afraid to say it's not really one of my priorities. I don't feel like it's one of the things that I should be doing. But then I have major FOMO when I see not absolute nobodies, don't get me wrong, but when I see regular people just like myself blowing up on TikTok, and I think that could have been me if I just kept on going. And that's kind of how I felt about YouTube, you know, at the beginning, when I was like, I just need to keep on going and one day that'll be me. And yet on TikTok, here's a platform that's presenting itself to me, and it's like, hey, it's really easy to get discovered on here. Why don't you know, try to build some traction with audience on this platform? And so I've been trying to, like, I don't know if I need to move my makeup content on there. Like, it's not long enough for even these type of videos or makeup tutorials or makeup reviews or anything. But I'm thinking maybe I can use that platform to build some sort of following. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with that. I post videos on it every so often. You can go follow me. It's lifeaskikay, same as all my other social media. But to be 100% honest, I don't really know what I'm doing with it. I ruined my inner corner. Apparently I don't really know what I'm doing with this eye look either. So, you know, you guys, if you want to follow me on TikTok, go follow me on TikTok. I don't really do any makeup related content on there, but it's kind of a little bit like my Instagram, where I don't, well, my Instagram stories anyway, where I don't put a lot of makeup related content on there. It's just behind the scenes of my life. And there's, I mean, so many more facets to me than just makeup. In fact, I haven't been wearing makeup regularly for the last 4 months now, actually. Since before Christmas, I haven't been wearing makeup to work. I haven't been putting on a lot of makeup. especially now that I've just gone down to 1 video a week, and it's been fantastic. Like, my skin has been really happy about it. I haven't been wearing a lot of makeup, but at the same time I still love the way that makeup makes me feel, and putting on this really bold eye at the moment is kind of bringing me a lot of joy. Alright, I'm gonna just get on started with my face base now. Yeah, if you guys know what is going on with TikTok, like, I know there's a lot of people on there at the moment that aren't just teenagers or young people. I'm seeing an increasing growth of middle-aged people, even elderly people using TikTok and going viral too. So it's not just for the younger generation. My analytics on YouTube tell me that people who watch me on average are ages 25 to 35, and so you might be kind of in the same time of life as me, where you don't really know what the go with TikTok is because you're just so busy with other things in your life, just kind of busy building your career or even starting a family. Like, I mean, same time of life. I don't know, should I keep on going with TikTok? I have this one friend that keeps on encouraging me to keep on going with TikTok because it is a platform that you can very easily go viral and get discovered on, and yet there's millions of people going viral and getting discovered on. And so I'm wondering how then to niche down and find your target audience, because every social media platform will have their target audience. You can't target everybody. You'll have your own niche audience, and I don't know who that is. Maybe it's you guys, I don't know, because I don't create makeup videos on there, and yet my target audience on here are people who obviously love makeup because that's what my channel is about. I don't know who my target audience is on TikTok. But yeah, end of story. I don't know what the go with TikTok is. I'm gonna keep playing around with it. I'm gonna keep putting videos on there because, you know what, it's fun. Unfortunately, I have spent way too much time scrolling on there. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things that's really addicting, guys. It's just really addicting, and I wish it wasn't, but it is, and that's why it's being so popular. Is bloody addicting. It really is. So if you want to go follow me, go follow me. You know, if you don't want to, that's okay too. I probably wouldn't follow me either. Also on top of that, like, my Instagram isn't really growing, and I'm kind of struggling figuring out how to grow on Instagram as well. It's just one of those things that I just don't really know what I'm doing on there. At the moment, I'm really just trying to focus on my YouTube channel, and at the moment, it's actually been quite interesting because I went on my analytics the other day and I noticed that I still have YouTube recommending a lot of my older videos, but the click-through rate, which is YouTube recommending it and people seeing it, and click through it is how many people actually click on it from it being recommended. And the click-through rate on my videos was very low, even though YouTube was recommending my videos. If people don't click through your videos, even if YouTube's recommending them, YouTube's gonna stop recommending them because people aren't clicking on it. So I needed to figure out a way how to convert those impressions, how to convert those suggestions into clicks, and people actually going through into my video. And the first thing people will see from YouTube recommendations is my thumbnail. And so I decided to update all my thumbnails of my 250 plus YouTube videos, and I started from the very beginning. If you scroll through my YouTube channel video uploads playlist, you'll probably see where I'm up to with uploading the thumbnails, if by the time I've uploaded this video I haven't yet finished. And it's taking me some time because it's 250 videos. I'm going through each and every one and updating the description as well as the thumbnails, and so it takes time, you guys. But even after only a few days, I've already seen the increase in YouTube suggestions, click-through rate, and watch time go up. And so it just goes to show how a really effective thumbnail makes a huge difference in whether or not people are going to watch your video. And like, I already knew this because I watch a lot of how to start YouTube channels and how to get people to watch your videos. I started creating better thumbnails after I watched those videos, but I didn't update the old ones. And so now I've been going through and updating all my old thumbnails. Some of them might still perform very well, and they might perform a little bit better, but not like take off. But at least people are actually clicking through and watching the video. So that's a good start, I guess. I haven't had very good watch time recently. It's just, everything's just going down. Isn't there a song that? Down. I hope I don't get demonetized for that. But anyway, but I'm trying not to get disheartened about that because it's, I don't know, I guess maybe it was bound to happen. Actually, no, I'm not saying that. It's not bound to happen. This YouTube thing is still gonna happen for me. I promise. One day maybe. It might take a while, but it's still gonna happen. I'm just trying to stay positive about it. But if there's anything I can do to accelerate that, and if that means going through all of my old videos and updating every single one of my thumbnails, then I'm gonna do it. It's really interesting. If you are a YouTuber and you're wondering why people aren't clicking on your videos, even though YouTube might be suggesting them, just try updating your thumbnails and making them a little bit more attractive, making them more clickable, make it interesting. Make it clickable, make people want to watch it. And so that's what I've been doing with all my YouTube videos. I've been updating the description as well because I had my old address on there, and I've been updating it as well to put in my studio kit because I have a few people DMing me every so often being like, hey, what camera do you use? What lights do you use? And so I've put my studio kit up there in my description as well. Some links if people are interested in whatever it is that I use for my YouTube channel. So I've been updating all the descriptions as well. So it's been a little bit of a process, but you know what? I'm getting through it and I'll get it done. I'm not stressing about when and where and how long it's gonna take me, because I'm not gonna stress about that stuff anymore, because you just get sick if you stress. Don't stress, it gives you wrinkles. It gives you wrinkles, so don't stress. Well, I'm trying not to anyway. You know, everything I say in these videos, like the advice I give in all these videos, it's all really just self-preaching. I'm saying all these things because I need to tell myself these things. Okay, so something that's really interesting, well, it was interesting to me. I don't know if you guys will find it interesting, but I want to share it anyway. So a few months ago, my sister sent me a photo on Messenger, and she said, hey, look what I found. And it was a time capsule that my friends and I had written 10 years ago. So when I was a kid growing up, we had about 4 homeschooling families that we networked with, that we fellowshiped with every so often. Every few months, we would get together. Everyone would bring a really big pot of food. And these families probably had a minimum of 7 kids each. Like, my family was probably the smallest family, and we had 7 kids. Everyone had 7 kids or more. And so it was like 4 families, and we'd been friends with all these kids, and we'd hang out, and on the afternoons we would, you know, just play. And so 10 years ago, on March 13th, 2010, we had one of these gatherings, and in the afternoon I was like, hey, let's make a time capsule. Oh, I don't know if it was me that came up with the idea, someone did. And we were like, hey, let's make a time capsule and open it 10 years from now. And so that afternoon, we spent that afternoon writing letters to our future selves. Maybe not a letter, but like where we were in life at that time on March 13th, 2010. And we put them all in envelopes. We put them all in this blue tin, and we were like, okay, let's have another get together in 10 years time. We had no idea where any of us would be in 10 years time, what would happen. And so that was kind of the point, to see how far along we'd come in life, what we'd accomplished, what had happened, you know, all that sort of thing that time capsules are about. And so my sister sent me a photo of this time capsule. She was decluttering her house, and she said, hey, look what I found. I've still got this. This was a few months ago, and so I said, hey, let's create an event. So I created an event on Facebook and invited everybody that I was still connected with on Facebook. Thankfully, I'm still friends with a lot of them, or at least connected with a lot of them, or at least connected with the kids in my age bracket from each one of those families. And so we've still kind of kept in touch. In fact, my vlog when I went to Ocean Grove a few months ago, a fair few of the people in that vlog were the people from that homeschooling group 10 years ago. So long story short, I'm still friends with a lot of them. And so that reunion was last Sunday from when I'm filming this video. And we opened that time capsule, and it was such an interesting time. Let me tell you. 10 years ago, 18-year-old me was very naive. I was very innocent. I didn't know anything about life, real life. I had no idea, I had no clue how to navigate through life. I had no experiences. At 18 years old, like, what experiences do you have? Well, for a homeschooled kid anyway. For those people who grew up in that kind of upbringing, like, I didn't know anything. I didn't know the real world. I was very, very sheltered. I grew up very sheltered. Reading that letter that I wrote to my future self, I just want to say how incredibly thankful I am that life didn't happen in the way that I had hoped or anticipated that it would when I was 18 years old. I was cringing so hard reading that letter. I couldn't. I thought we were gonna read them out loud, and then when I opened up that letter, I realized that I could not read that letter out loud. It was that cringy because I knew what was going through my mind internally at the time when I wrote that letter. I was 18 years old. I had my secrets. I was trying to figure out life at the time, and I just didn't know how. It was a very interesting time of life. The next 10 years after that were also a very interesting time of life, and it was just really, I don't know, you guys are probably really bored of this story already. But it was really interesting and cool actually to reflect with my friends what we had written 10 years ago. Great, and I'm gonna be editing this video, and that little thing there was gonna bug me the whole way through. So after we had written the letters that our 10-year-old younger versions of ourselves had written, we shared them around, we shared them all with each other. We then wrote a new set of letters to put in that time capsule box, and then we put them in and we shut the lid, took some photos, and we are now going to hopefully remember to open it again in another 10 years from now. So March 15th, 2030, 10 years from now, I'm going to be 38 years old. Hopefully a lot of other things will have happened within that 10 years. Kind of things that you want to be happening at this time of life that I've been dreaming, hoping, and praying for. So yeah, that was a really, really interesting Sunday. It was actually a lot of fun. It was good to catch up with some friends that I hadn't seen for a little while, see where they were at in life, and just be able to share some time with each other. And yeah, that was really good. It was really interesting. Okay, I'm running out of things to talk about. I'm gonna finish off the rest of my face. Otherwise, the rest of this video is just going to be a whole keeping me blabbering about nothing, which is essentially what this whole video already is anyway. I've been using this Kevin Kwan contour powder, and I bought it upon Kathleen Light's recommendation. It was one of those that's expensive products, but so beautiful and so worth it. It's very smooth and blendable, and I wouldn't say it's worth every dollar that I spent on it, but it's performing the way that I would expect it to, being as expensive as it was. Does that make sense? Okay, my face is very dewy and very, very shiny. Very dewy and very shiny. A very dark blush on at the moment. I'm kind of regretting that decision. Okay, I think I just need a bit of highlight. Maybe I just need to like walk away and leave my face alone. I'm gonna go in with a highlighter that I have been using for the rest of this look. Just gonna apply it with a little bit of a dab motion. Okay, so you guys, I am going to be doing another swatch my stash video. The first one did really well. The first swatch my stash video where I was swatching all the purple eyeshadows in my entire collection. And in the next episode, I'm going to be swatching all the blue eyeshadows in my collection. So stay tuned for that one. I'm very excited. People seem to enjoy swatch videos. I think just getting your fingers all up in the makeup and just having fun with it, people really like that. Not everybody enjoys applying makeup, but a lot of people enjoy makeup itself. It's definitely a thing where it can be a collector's item for sure, 100%, where people like to collect makeup, or people like the idea of makeup over the actual application of it. And that's okay, like I get that. Some days I just like to sit and play with makeup and not be wearing a single stitch of makeup on my face. That's why I really enjoy creating the swatch my stash video, because, or just any swatch video in general, while it is very, very messy to do, I enjoy creating those videos because just getting my fingers all up in there, it's a lot of fun. Okay, let me just finish off this makeup look and we can sign off this video because I haven't really got anything else left to say. Oh no, actually I do. So it's really interesting, the things that you can find on Facebook Marketplace. You don't have to buy everything brand new, honestly, you really don't. There is the danger of wanting to go all out and being like, oh look, it's our home, finally, we're settling down, blah blah blah, we can get a brand new bed or a brand new this or brand new that. I would definitely get a brand new mattress. I would not buy a mattress secondhand. And I found this bed frame that I really, really liked. It was from Early Settlers. It was one of those moments where I'm like, yep, that's it, that's the bed frame I want, that's exactly the style I want, that's what I want it to look like, and I wanted to buy it from Early Settler, but it was over $1,000, the bed frame, and I wanted to get a matching tall boy with it, so that would end up being more than $2,000. And I thought, no, that's not being a wise steward of money. I'll just wait till something comes up on Facebook Marketplace. It mightn't be the exact thing, that's okay, I'll make my peace with that, that's fine. And so I left it. I didn't buy it. A few days later, I was scrolling on Facebook Marketplace, and the exact same style bed bought from the exact same place, the exact identical bed, and two bedside tables, and the tall boy, they were up for sale, and I bought them for like a fraction of the price, and it was an absolute godsend. It was such a blessing, and it was a real reminder for me that, you know, God cares about the little things too. He knew the desire of my heart that I wanted that particular bed frame, and it was like, look, because you're so patient, I'll give it to you for half price, or less than half price. And there it was. So now I have the bed frame that I wanted and paid a fraction of the price for it. And it was in very, very good condition. It was secondhand, but it was in very, very good condition. You know, the people that like to change their bedroom suite or house fashion remodel every so often as the feeling comes and goes with every season, whatever, I rely on those people for the stuff that I get, because I like the look of expensive things, but I don't like paying for expensive things. I mean, don't we all? My point is, I was patient and I waited for it and I got it. It was kind of really comforting to know that God knows even those little things. He knew I wanted that bed frame and he was like, just wait a little bit. It's on the way. You'll get it. Don't you worry. I'm gonna go put on some eyeliner and mascara and I shall be right back. Oh, and I'll probably put on lips too while I'm at it because I can't talk while I'm putting on lips anyway. Damn, I need to exfoliate my lips. Well, this is the finished look and this is the almost end of this video. I have one more thing that I wanted to ask you guys, and if you've made it through to this far in the video, thank you so much. I wanted to ask you guys if I should change my channel name. Turns out not everybody knows what Kikay means. Unless you're Filipino, then you'll probably have an idea of what it means. But when people see Life as Kikay, they probably don't really know what to expect. When I chose this channel name, I thought I wanted to niche down and target my Filipino audience, but then it turns out that not just Filipinos love makeup, and a lot of other people watch my videos, and I'm not really sure how to niche down on Filipinos as my audience if I don't even live in the Philippines, I don't speak the language fluently, I don't really know what Filipino makeup is all about, and having the word Kikay, which is a Filipino slang word, didn't really make sense to be in my channel name. So let me know, you guys, if I should change my channel name to just my name, Judie O'Meara. I don't want to choose another catchy little cute name because who knows what my channel is going to evolve into in the next few years from now. It might become something else. The only thing I'm really secure about knowing is that my husband is still going to be my husband because we're in it now for the long haul and I'm still going to have his last name. So maybe I should just change my channel name to Judie O'Meara because that's what, well, Judie's a nickname, but maybe I should just change it to that. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you have made it through to this far in the video, then you get a vote. Let me know. I might even put a poll up on my Instagram. So that's probably the last thing that I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you so much for watching this. I really appreciate that you've stayed in this space with me. Thank you for hearing me out. Thank you for listening to me ramble. And yeah, I'm actually really happy with how this makeup look turned out. I have missed wearing bright, bold makeup. I haven't worn makeup like this in so long and it's actually making me low-key really happy. And I'm just happy that I made it through this video without running out of breath. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not yet subscribed, then please do. I would really appreciate it if you did. If you want to, follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and now TikTok. All of them are Life as Kikay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I really, truly appreciate that you've chosen to spend your time here with me today. I shall see you guys in my next video. Bye! Alright, I'm gonna put on lashes and mascara. Alright, I'm gonna put on I'm gonna go put on... Okay, I'm gonna put on some... What was that? It's all these little flyaways. So many flyaways. I need to stop picking them out. Don't pick out your flyaways, kid. It's gonna be a life update. Hey guys, it's Judie here with my Life as Kikay and welcome to today's video. It's gonna be rude. Hey guys, it's Judie here with my Life as Kikay. I'm no Kikay. As you can see by the... I'm so rusty. I have forgotten how to film a video. You guys probably in fact the people, a fair few of those English was very